friends from all over the world, good evening once again. This is Dr. Samuel Gyamfi coming to you from Marrakesh. Welcome to lesson one. In the introduction, I took time to explain a bit about the piano and what it's actually made of. I told you that the piano was a stringed instrument, and I explained further some different parts of the piano. Now, today, we are going to concentrate more on the keyboard, on the piano, whichever way you want to call it. This is a keyboard, but it is inspired from the piano. We're going to learn more on what you see and what you hear. And then from there, we're going to learn how to actually play some chords in the next lesson. So I would like to show you something on the piano now. When you take a look at the piano, the first thing you see is a white note, and then you see a black note, then another white note, another black note, another white note. Yeah. So all what you see is white note, black note. And now you can see that there are two black notes, three white notes, then three, and then five. And the same thing is repeated in different places. So I'm going to teach you one thing. The first thing you should know when you're beginning to learn piano is that you should learn to count. And we all know how to count. So you're going to count the first white notes you see. But before I ask you to count, I'm going to teach you something. In piano, we have what we call an octave. So an octave, we actually have two notes, two black notes, three black notes. And then we actually have three white notes accompanying the first two black notes, and then four white notes accompanying the next three black notes. So now, if you're going to count, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 7 white notes. Now, if you're going to count, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 black notes. So when you take an octave, you actually have 12 notes. So this is an octave. We have another octave here. And then we have another octave here. We have another octave here. We have another octave here. So in all, we have 5 octaves. If you would actually remember, in the introduction, I told you the big piano normally has up to 7 octaves. And some pianos even have more. So now, the piano is a combination of these white notes and the black notes to give you a sound. So we're now going to get it. What do these black notes and white notes actually mean? So we're going to come to the middle octave. And we are going to look for the middle C. And what is the C note? The C is the white note before any two black keys. So this is a C. If you have your piano with you, you can look for other C's. This is another C here. And this is another C here. And you have another C here. And you have another C here. So let's say I'm playing something. I can just play. I just played the C chord, but actually played it in different octaves. And it gives you this melody. So in actual sense, you can play chords using just one octave. But when you're learning to play the piano, you're going to spread your hands, combine it with the bass, add certain things to actually add some spice to what you play. So you have the C. So we're going to go to the C here, the middle C. You know, in the big piano, if ever we want to try to tune the big piano, we look for the middle C. But here we're playing just an electronic keyboard. We're not going to tune anything. But we still look for the middle C. It's very important. I can say it's the most important note in keyboard or piano. So when you have the C, there's a black note on top of the C, it becomes the C sharp. It is a sharp. And then you now come to D. But there is another thing. When the black note comes behind the key, it becomes a flat. So we have C, we have C sharp, and this same C sharp happens to be the flat of D. So we have D flat. So now, let's just concentrate on the white keys. So you have C here, you have D, you have E, you have F, you have G, then you have A, then you have B in this octave. So normally here, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. The last do is actually a repeat of the C in another octave here. So if this is a C, and this is a D, and this is an E, and this is an F, and this is a G, and this is an A, and this is a B, then the black note on top of the C becomes C sharp. The other white note becomes D. Then we go to D sharp, then come to E. E does not have a sharp. You've got to note this really down. Then go to an F, then F sharp, then to G, then to G sharp, then to A, then to A sharp, then to B. And between the octaves from B to the next C in the next octave, there is no black note. So the octave starts here and ends. So let's say you come in from the other way around, you are in B, this becomes B flat. Then come to the A, then this becomes the A flat. Then you come to the G, then this becomes the G flat. Then you come to the F, and between the F and the E, there is no black note. You come to the E, then come to the E flat, then to D, D flat, and then to C. So one thing, I'm going to get you to try to understand what the piano is, in the sense that the octave has a starting point. That is the middle C. Before the C, there's no black notes. And when the octave also ends, there's no black notes. Now, after the first two black notes, there's no black notes. And then so you have these two, and then it closes in here. And then you have the next three black notes surrounded by the white notes, and it's also closed. And then both of them become an octave, and they are closed. So now I'm going to actually give you an exercise. Just start. You're going to start from C here, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. You do it all the way to the B. And then when you get to the B, you start B, B flat, A flat, G, G flat, all the way back to the C. It might look like a simple exercise, but you've got to keep it. And when you keep it, don't just keep it, listen to the sound and memorize the sound, because we are learning to play by ear. And after you've done this, the second exercise you've got to do is that you are going to play just the white notes in an octave. You choose just the white notes in an octave. Then after that you play just the black notes in an octave too. And this brings our lesson, our second lesson today, to an end. If you enjoyed this lesson, please share it with your friends, and please drop in the comment box anything you think we need to improve on this lesson, and we shall take it into consideration. And anytime you come to Marrakesh, don't forget MIPC, Marrakesh International Protestant Church. You can visit us when you come on tourism, and You can also find this on my YouTube page, Samuel Gyamfi. So you can subscribe to, don't forget to subscribe either on the church page or on my personal page, and hit the notification bell. Next week, or during the next lesson, I'm actually going to teach you the chords. And we're going to go from one key to the other. But I just wanted to explain what these notes are. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and God richly bless you. Thank you.